how's it going today, everybody? NHL 16 news. That's what we're going to be covering. We're going to be going over what is going to be, the full features list for NHL 16. Going to be going over what you guys can expect to see in it and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So starting on first, we have the release date. Obviously, what we expected, September 2015. Don't know exactly what day in September. Probably around the 9th or the 10th, like normal. But the release date is confirmed for September 2015. Also, kind of expected, this game will only be available on Xbox One and PS4. So sorry for you last-gen users. Gonna have to upgrade or you won't be able to play NHL 16. Okay, so getting into what NHL 16 will have, we're going to start it off with the subcategory of the game itself. So, built with more input from fans than ever before, NHL 16 steps onto the ice to deliver ways to compete as a team, new features across the most played single-player modes, gameplay innovations at every position on the ice, and an unrivaled game day atmosphere. So there also is going to be new ways to compete as a team. So, hockey is a sport that comes to life and a competitive team-based gameplay experience. Whether it's through speed, skill, or physicality, every player makes an impact on the ice no matter what position they play or their role on the team. So grab some friends and jump into either a 6v6 online team play, online couch co-op, or a reimagined EA Sports Hockey League and prove that great individuals can't beat a great team. So I have no clue what online couch co-op is, but it kind of sounds like a more relaxed game mode, kind of similar to OTP. That's kind of what I'm hoping, just a little go drop-in games or something that you don't really have to worry about because they don't really count for anything. So moving into the online game modes that pertain to a single-player control, so ESHL, OTP, and the online couch co-op, there are some new things that are going to be available in each category. So starting off with ESHL. So sharpen those skates and grab your buddies because EA Sports Hockey League is back. The fan favorite online team mode has been reimagined and lets you choose specialized player classes to deliver a balanced competitive experience on the ice. Player skill and your ability to play as a team will now be a determining factor in who wins and who loses hockey games. So I'm really hoping that the ability to play as a team and not just as a very strong individual effort is going to play a huge role in ESHL, because I can't tell you how many times I've lost a game because these guys just use every exploit possible and play as individuals, then don't really play as a team, and they don't get penalized for it. So I'm definitely very nice to hear that, and hopefully that's what the game will entice. So 6v6 online team play. Play online with up to 12 skaters, including user-controlled goalies, so that's back. Using real-world NHL rosters, you can compete in ranked drop-in games against players from around the world, or invite your friends into private OTP sessions before you step into the EA Sports Hockey League. So on OTP sounds like what it has been in the past. It does kind of sound like it'll just be NHL rosters. Not sure if you'll have the ability to use your Creative Pro in OTP or if that'll just be ESHL. That doesn't really go into detail there, but OTP sounds like what it normally is every year, so definitely nice to see that back. Now, into the new game mode, Online Couch Co-op. So it says it's the perfect way to play when you and your friends want to jump on the couch, join forces, and play some drop-in hockey online. It's the best place to practice your team play skills before playing OTP or ESHL. So it does sound like it is going to be a casual game mode, so something that you can just go to screw around with, have some fun with your friends before taking it serious into ESHL. Go warm up in some drop-in couch games and then go play ESHL for, your rankly, monthly, or weekly, depending on how they do the ranking board status. So that's definitely nice to see a casual game mode and not everything just being ranked and going hard and everything else. So there's going to be a new way to play for every hockey fan. Whether you're an armchair GM, want to live out your NHL Pro fantasy, or build your ultimate dream team, NHL 16 will deliver a single-player game mode for every type of hockey fan. Whether you're an armchair GM, want to live out your NHL Pro fantasy, or build your ultimate dream team, NHL 16 will deliver a single-player game mode for every type of hockey fan, each with new features that you've never seen in EA Sports NHL. So that means all of the game modes that you play offline will have new features. So GM will have different things, which will be very nice. Be a Pro will have different things. Hockey Ultimate Team will have different things. So definitely very cool to see that. Let's get into what those different things are going to be. I guess more just to tip the iceberg, because they're not going to go and tell us everything right now. But what the biggest selling points for each of these game modes will be. So for Be a GM, there is going to be player morale. Being a GM is about more than just getting the best players. It's about getting the right players to play well together. Each player on your NHL and AHL teams has a different personality that you will have to manage. Deal with trade demands, teammate relationships, and much more by calling team meetings or adjusting your roster to directly affect your team's on-ice performance. So it'll be nice to be able to control your NHL and AHL team this year. That'll be nice for GM again. So definitely doing 2 teams at once was something that was missed in NHL 15, so that'll be back for NHL 16. But the morale will definitely be cool, because if we're going to have a player come up to us and say, we can't work well with this player, you need to trade him. And like, what if it's like Sidney Crosby coming up to you and saying that, Malkin's not working good and we have to trade Malkin off of Pittsburgh? Don't know if that ever happened, but we're just throwing that up in the air as a situation. And now we either have to trade Crosby or Malkin in order to keep the team happy with each other and keep them winning games. That's definitely going to be a cool aspect for GM mode. So moving on to be a pro, there's a new thing called Shape Your Legacy. The way you play dictates the type of player you will become in the all-new Be a Pro progression system. On-ice actions directly influence attributes earned, ensuring that your pro will reflect the way you play. Sim to your next shift and the ability to work your way up from the CHL rookies to the NHL superstars also make a return in NHL 16. So definitely nice to see that. Definitely nice to see the CHL progression system and Sim to your next shift back in NHL 16 Be a Pro. And last but not least for game modes, everybody's favorite game mode and NHL 15's only game mode, Hockey Ultimate Team. So for Hockey Ultimate Team, they're adding single player seasons, and basically what that is the most played game mode in the NHL series gets even better. Improved player management and the introduction of HUT single-player seasons gives you another way to hone your skills before jumping online with HUT Online seasons or challenging your friends with the Play a Friend feature. So if we break this down, basically what they're saying is that player management is going to be more intricate in NHL 16 Hockey Ultimate Team, so it's definitely not just going to be lines. There's going to be something else different there. They're going to be adding single-player seasons, so maybe kind of like Madden and with challenges and working your way up against the computer. That would definitely be cool to see. But they're also adding Play a Friend back for NHL 16 HUT, so that is back. Wagers will be easy again. Nice to see that. It's nice to see. So moving on to the visual on-ice training feature. Whether you're new to the NHL series and looking for pointers, or you're a grizzled veteran trying to perfect your game, the new training tool will help sharpen your offense and defensive skills no matter your talent level. Visual aids project shooting targets, passing lanes, open teammates, and more. So what that kind of sounds like is it's going to be like a kind of things you can turn on in the game, so that way you can get a better shooting target. You can see your passing lanes easier, open teammates easier, maybe in the game or not, teaching you how to do that stuff. It'll be good for players who aren't very good with the game, maybe a little bit for everybody when the game first comes out, but I mean, for me and other players that play the game quite a bit, it'll be kind of useless, but good for the people who aren't, used to the game and get them used to the NHL series. So we're also getting complete control from every position. So whether you play as a forward, defenseman, or goalie, NHL 16 delivers a balanced gameplay experience that makes every position on ice meaningful to team success. With gameplay innovation on offense and defense, players have new tools to not only score goals, but prevent them as well. So what that sounds like is there's going to be more features, more tools, more weapons we can use on offense to snipe goals in the back of the net, and more tools on defense that we can use to prevent those cross creasers or to prevent those pullback wristers from the top of the hash. You know what I'm talking about. So definitely nice to see new tools that we're going to have not only to score goals, but prevent them on both ends of the ice. So NHL 16 will utilize precision skating. And by utilizing a new skating tool that allows you to make refined movements with your skater in any situation. On defense, quickly jump into a passing lanes to intercept the puck, or walk the blue line on the power play and open yourself up for the one-timer in the offensive zone. That sounds really nice. I can't tell you how many times in NHL 15 the puck goes across for the cross crease and the defenseman just doesn't step into the passing lane. It goes through and we give up a goal on something that should have never happened. Or the non-straddling of the blue line on a power play, like it said. Just no one goes across the blue line and we just completely waste a power play. It'll be nice to see the precision skating coming into effect and being able to make more precise movements on the ice to make it harder for the opposing team to get the puck from us. Seamless puck pickups is also a new feature for NHL 16. So the ability to quickly control a pass or corral a loose puck can be the difference between generating a scoring chance and getting leveled. New puck pickups result in a smoother transition when receiving the puck, no matter what your position, giving you more time and control to make your next move, which is something that I have been waiting for so long. The puck pickup seems so choppy and so written out in the series. It'll be nice to see something that is a smooth, quick transition to getting the puck, so that way I don't go to try to get the puck and get completely killed, turn the puck over in my zone, and give up a goal for trying to get a loose puck to get it out. NHL 16 also brings unrivaled game day authenticity. So what that means is that it is bringing the game to life with distinct arena atmospheres, the most realistic players yet, and a story-driven commentary package to pull you into the energy of the game like never before. That is nice to see. It'll be nice for the first couple months, and then that'll be all turned off and skipped like every other year, but nice to see them adding some new stuff in the game to keep it fresh, keep it new every year, and not the same thing. NHL 16 will also have the distinct team arena atmosphere, so the best in-class arena authenticity gets even better with the inclusion of authentic arena effects and props, including team-specific celebrations, mascots, chants, and even signature props like the lighthouse at the XL Energy Center in Minnesota. So that's definitely really cool, definitely something that, again, will add some new playability to the arenas and not make you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again just with a different team and trying to go out and beat the guy that you're with. It'll definitely be able to, take your attention away from just doing the same thing over and over again, like I said, and building a different atmosphere for, playing hockey, which is really all it comes down to at the end of the day. So with story-driven commentary, Doc Emmerich, Eddie Olczyk, and Ray Ferraro are back, and now call the game with even more emotion. We can hear Doc's voice rise and fall with the action on the ice, and get analysis from Eddie and Ray on the peaks of the valleys of the NHL season. An expanded NBC Sports broadcast package and new pregame intros bring the drama to life in more ways than ever before, which will be nice again for the first month, but then everybody will get tired of it like every other sports game. So nice to see. Very glad they're keeping up with that. But now let's move on to the superstar authenticity. So there will be enhanced facial features and new equipment details synonymous with the league's top players to add another level of player authenticity. Use new equipment elements to customize your own created character, giving them a unique look for custom stick tape, colored skate laces, tinted visors, and more. Definitely nice to see. I've wanted some custom stick tape for a while. Colored skate laces haven't really cared about because I don't use them in real life. Tinted visors, again, not really a huge care, but definitely nice to see more customizable options for your character. And finally, last but not least, probably my favorite thing on this list, and very little, but definitely one of the things I've wanted since like NHL 09 that I've talked about with my friends, playoff beards. So one of the oldest and most iconic tradition in hockey has arrived, with accurate representations of beard patterns, length, thickness, and growth rates for individual players. The road to the Stanley Cup just got a little hairy. So that makes me really happy to see that. That's something I've wanted for so long, something so little, but adds so much to playing in the playoffs, to see everybody, when you win the Stanley Cup, to have just massive bushy beards or barely any beard if you can't grow them in like Patrick Kane's case or Sidney Crosby's case. It'll be so nice to actually see people with facial hair, and, just something that will make me a little bit more happy and a little bit more meaning to the Stanley Cup celebration. So those are the features for NHL 16, what they've confirmed so far, and what we can look for. So let me know what you guys' favorite features in the comment. We'll be keeping up to date with all NHL 16 news here on the channel. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button to see all the news first. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know what your favorite feature is in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys next time.